Hello, everyone. This is Stella. And before you book that flight to visit family, before you pack those bags, stop right now and grab your phone. Because what I'm about to tell you could mean the difference between smooth security or federal interrogation room, missing your flight completely, humiliation in front of hundreds of people. Last week at Orlando International Airport, Mrs. Caroline Bennett, age 68, a retired librarian flying to Chicago for her granddaughter's high school graduation, the sweetest woman you could ever imagine, never broke a law in 70 years, and a TSA officer glances at her phone during routine pre-check screening, sees 2 app icons, just 2, and everything changes instantly. 2 federal agents appear from nowhere saying, "Ma'am, come with us, please," and she's escorted to a windowless detention room for 6 hours of intense questioning while her flight departed 3 hours ago. And her granddaughter walked across that stage, looked for Grandma in the audience, saw an empty seat, while Caroline was sobbing in airport detention, all because of apps she barely remembered downloading. This is not rare. This is not random. This happens every single day at every major American airport. TSA implemented new phone screening protocols, and 7 specific app categories trigger immediate red flags. Some perfectly legal, downloaded innocently, but security algorithms scream danger, drug trafficking, money laundering, terrorism, and I've personally witnessed it destroy vacations repeatedly. So today, I'm walking through exact 7 apps causing massive problems and exact steps keeping you completely safe. So pay attention to every single word. The first category is cannabis dispensary and delivery applications, like Leafly, Weedmaps, Dutchie, Ease, Kaliva, even medical marijuana tracking apps. And before you comment anything, listen carefully. I don't care about your personal opinions on cannabis. Medical marijuana is legal in 38 states now, recreational legal in 24 states. But those facts don't matter here at all, because airports fall under federal jurisdiction exclusively, and federal law says cannabis remains Schedule I controlled substance, period, no exceptions, no medical cards accepted, no state law protections apply. Here's the exact problem you need to understand. When a TSA agent sees a dispensary app during screening, immediate training kicks in saying, "Potential drug courier, investigate thoroughly." It doesn't matter you bought legal gummies in Denver. Doesn't matter a doctor prescribed it. Federal property equals federal rules exclusively. 3 weeks ago at San Diego International, Mr. Richard Hayes, age 72, a chronic back pain patient with a legitimate California medical marijuana card, downloaded Leafly for finding dispensaries near his beach rental. Completely legal usage. But a TSA agent conducting secondary screening notices the green cannabis leaf icon, and his face hardens immediately. He asks, "Sir, are you transporting illegal substances today?" And Richard actually laughs nervously, which was a big mistake, saying, "No, sir, just use the app for finding my medicine back home." But the agent doesn't smile back, just says, "Step aside, please." And a drug detection K9 unit gets deployed within minutes while 2 officers begin completely dismantling his luggage publicly. Clothes everywhere. Medication bottles examined individually. Entire terminal watching this spectacle. 90 minutes of humiliating search, and they find nothing. Absolutely zero apology offered afterward. And Richard just missed his connection to his grandson's Little League Championship game. 3-hour drive from LA. Game ended before he arrived, and his grandson kept asking, "Where's Grandpa?" While his wife had to explain, Grandpa got detained, and the 8-year-old starts crying thinking Grandpa's in jail. I see this monthly without fail. Seniors thinking, "It's just an app. I'm not carrying actual product." But security screening algorithms don't make that distinction. App presence signals statistically high probability of contraband. And even worse, most dispensary apps contain detailed purchase history. So when an agent sees $400 in monthly transactions, that reads as dealer-level volume in their assessment. Immediate action required right now. Go to phone settings, applications list, search every cannabis-related term, and delete completely. Don't just hide in a folder. Don't disable, uninstall entirely from device. You can reinstall after returning home safely. But crossing TSA checkpoint with these visible is unnecessary catastrophic risk. This is absolutely non-negotiable. The second category is remote access and screen control apps like AnyDesk, TeamViewer, Chrome Remote Desktop, Quick Support, Zoho Assist, and please, listen to me extremely carefully. This represents the single most dangerous app category I encounter affecting seniors nationwide. Not just causing TSA problems, these threaten your complete financial destruction. These apps are legitimate professional tools. IT technicians use them fixing computers remotely. But for scammers targeting seniors, these are weapon number one worldwide. Here's exactly how the scam operates. Your phone rings unexpectedly. Caller ID displays Amazon customer service or Microsoft security department, sometimes bank fraud prevention, and a professional voice says urgently, "Ma'am, critical security breach on your account detected." They sound concerned, helpful, protective. Then comes the trap saying, "Please download TeamViewer immediately. We'll secure everything together right now." You install it thinking you're being protected, which is a catastrophic error, because once running, they control absolutely everything on your device. Banking apps, password managers, email accounts, photo galleries, text messages. They see everything. They steal everything. They destroy you financially. Last month at Miami International Airport, Mrs. Eleanor Thompson, age 73, the sweetest lady you'd ever meet, was flying to Orlando visiting grandchildren for Thanksgiving, and the TSA pre-check scanner flags her phone during routine ID verification. The officer notices AnyDesk icon on her home screen, and his entire demeanor changes instantly. He asks, "Ma'am, who controls this application?" And Eleanor smiles sweetly, saying, "Oh, that nice young man David from Bank of America support. He's been so helpful with my computer problems." But that was the wrong answer completely, because Bank of America doesn't cold call customers ever. David isn't a bank employee. David is a scammer with complete access to her finances, and the agent's face goes pale, saying, "Ma'am, step aside immediately, please." Two cybercrime investigators appear and escort her to a small interrogation room, but they're not arresting her. They're trying desperately to save her. Bank accounts get frozen immediately, credit cards canceled on the spot, and forensic examination of her phone reveals David installed 12 different spyware programs. He'd been monitoring everything for 6 weeks and stole $52,000 total. Eleanor had absolutely no idea. She thought he was protecting her from viruses. The flight to Orlando gets missed completely. Grandchildren waited at the airport asking, "Where's Grandma?" While Eleanor was in a federal cybercrime office, sobbing uncontrollably. Entire Thanksgiving ruined. Life savings decimated, all because one app stayed installed. I witness this weekly, literally weekly. Seniors don't realize helpful nephew or tech support installed remote access. So if you're not a professional IT person using this daily for work, delete immediately, pause this video, right this second, go to settings, apps, search these terms like remote, desktop, TeamViewer, AnyDesk, support, access, and if you find anything, uninstall completely. This represents massive security vulnerability through every checkpoint worldwide. TSA training specifically flags these. Remote access apps equal either scam victim or criminal conducting illegal remote operations, and neither profile is what you want associated with your vacation. The third category is VPN and IP masking applications, like NordVPN, ExpressVPN, TunnelBear, Hotspot Shield, even free VPN apps. And now listen carefully before commenting. VPNs serve legitimate purposes, protecting privacy online, securing public Wi-Fi connections. I understand why tech-savvy people use them. But here's the brutal reality for seniors at airports. Security training associates VPNs with hiding illegal activity, bypassing government monitoring, accessing dark web, criminal behavior specifically, and your innocent privacy protection. The system cannot distinguish it from a hacker covering tracks. The mathematics are absolutely brutal. TSA internal analysis shows VPN apps increase detention probability 340% statistically. That's not opinion, that's federal security data, so why take that risk for a vacation week? 2 weeks ago at Boston Logan International, Mr. Frank Morrison, age 71, a retired accountant whose grandson installed NordVPN last Christmas, saying, "Protects your banking, Grandpa." But Frank never used it once. It just stayed installed on his home screen, and he was flying to Fort Myers visiting his sister. A CBP officer conducting random phone inspection sees the VPN icon prominently displayed and becomes very interested, immediately asking, "Sir, why do you have IP masking software?" And Frank is confused, completely saying, "My grandson? Something about banking protection?" But the officer isn't smiling, instead asking, "Who are you communicating with internationally?" A 3-hour detention begins because they think he's either accessing illegal content or communicating with foreign criminal networks. Every app gets examined, browser history reviewed completely, email account opened and read, absolutely mortifying invasion of privacy, and other officers are literally laughing at his bowling league emails. He finally gets released with zero apology, just missed his afternoon flight, and his sister waited 4 hours thinking he forgot about her. Here's what seniors don't understand. VPN apps often connect automatically to international servers, so security scanner detects device communicating with Romania. Why? And you have no idea it's even running. But their system flags, international data transfer, investigate. If you're not a cybersecurity professional needing daily VPN usage, delete now. You don't need it for vacation week. Remove completely, go to settings, apps, search VPN and proxy, uninstall everything found. You can reinstall at home if genuinely needed, but at airport security checkpoint, this is absolutely unnecessary risk. The fourth category is outdated third-party airline booking apps like Cheap Flights, Skyscanner Pro, Flight Deals, Budget Airfinder, TravelZoo, apps abandoned since 2019, perfectly legal downloads, but TSA agents visibly groan seeing them. Here's the recurring nightmare I observe constantly at every airport. At the TSA document verification checkpoint, the agent requests boarding pass, please, and you confidently open Flight Deals app. It starts loading, freezes completely, then crashes. A full-screen casino advertisement appears blocking everything. You frantically tap X repeatedly. App crashes again. You restart. QR code finally displays, but screen brightness is too low automatically. Code format is corrupted. Scanner beeps red failure continuously. Everyone in line behind you sighs loudly. People checking watches. Missing connections because of you. The agent growing visibly frustrated while typing information manually into the system. 5 minutes, 8 minutes, and now you're officially flagged problem passenger in the system. Extra scrutiny activates automatically. The agent starts asking, why no official boarding pass available? Ticket purchase origin suspicious? And they start investigating deeper now. Where'd you buy this ticket? Third-party website, because those get used for fraudulent bookings constantly, stolen credit cards, fake confirmations. Last Tuesday at Denver International Airport, Mr. Robert Hayes, age 68, downloaded Skyscanner Pro for finding bargain deals, and the app crashed 5 consecutive times at the TSA podium. The agent, visibly annoyed, now says, "Sir, step aside, please." A 70-minute manual ticket verification process begins. He completely missed the TSA pre-check window he paid $85 for, stood there humiliated while his wife and daughter board without him, and his daughter was filming on her phone thinking it's funny. Post to Facebook later saying, "Dad got detained, lol." Robert sees it that night and feels absolutely mortified. The worst part nobody tells you is these cheap apps harvest your data aggressively, sell information to advertisers, drain battery catastrophically fast, inject advertisements constantly, fail spectacularly when you need them most, and when TSA sees an outdated booking app, they make a mental note saying, "Stolen ticket possible, fraudulent booking likely, verify everything." The exact solution requires 2 minutes. Delete all third-party travel apps immediately. Download only official airline applications like Delta, United, American, Southwest, JetBlue, whatever airline you're actually flying, or save boarding pass to Apple Wallet or Google Pay exclusively. These work instantly, never fail, never crash, never show advertisements, and make you look professional, look prepared, look compliant, which is your only goal here. The fifth category is Photo Vault, and hidden storage apps like Calculator Vault, Private Photo, Keep Safe, Secret Photo Album, even My Eyes Only features in apps. And this one shocks everyone. You're thinking, I have nothing illegal, just private photos, personal medical photos, embarrassing family pictures, private moments, perfectly reasonable privacy desire. But security screening sees this completely differently. Their training manual literally states Vault apps indicate concealed illegal content likely, pornography possible, contraband evidence probable, and your innocent privacy gets interpreted as hiding criminal activity. Here's what happens at international checkpoints. A customs officer notices a Vault app during inspection, a calculator icon that opens photo storage, red flags everywhere. They say, "Sir, open this application, please." You explain, "Just private family photos." But they don't care, saying, "Open it now or device gets seized." 6 months ago at Fort Lauderdale Airport, Mrs. Patricia Sullivan, age 69, a breast cancer survivor who kept recovery photos in Keep Safe app, basically medical documentation. She didn't want grandkids accidentally seeing surgical photos. Completely understandable reasoning. She was flying to Toronto visiting her daughter, and a Canadian customs officer sees Keep Safe icon during border tablet scan asking, "Ma'am, what are you hiding in this app?" And Patricia explains their medical photos, but the officer is skeptical, saying, "Open it immediately, please." Patricia gets forced to open private medical recovery photos, a male officer reviewing them, other officers walking by looking, absolutely humiliating violation of dignity. She's crying while they're examining surgical photos. They're finally satisfied it's medical, but no apology offered whatsoever. 2-hour delay, her daughter waiting at Toronto Airport. Patricia arrives in tears. Entire first day of visit ruined. She felt violated completely. Couldn't stop crying. All because one Vault app stayed installed. I see this repeatedly. Seniors think Vault apps protect privacy, but at checkpoints they destroy privacy. When an officer sees hidden storage, they must investigate thoroughly. Everything gets examined. Everything gets exposed. Everyone sees. A better solution exists. iCloud Photos has hidden album feature, built in, doesn't look like Vault app, doesn't trigger suspicion, or better yet, delete sensitive photos before travel, backup to computer at home, restore after returning safely. Your medical photos will still exist, just not on device during security screening. So delete all Vault apps immediately. Go to Settings, search Vault, Private, Hidden, Secret, Lock, remove everything. This protects your dignity more than privacy. The sixth category is family GPS tracking and location broadcasting apps like Life360, GeoZilla, FamiSafe, Family Locator, Find My Family, absolute must-delete for every senior traveler, and I completely understand the appeal. Grandchildren tracking grandma's Disney World location sounds like an adorable idea theoretically, but it's a security nightmare practically. These apps broadcast your precise GPS coordinates real-time to entire family network continuously, and security algorithms read this as high-value target broadcasting location publicly, combined with social media posts saying, "Heading to Europe 3 weeks." It's a perfect signal to criminals saying, "House empty now, rob immediately, owner GPS confirms departure." Even worse for international travel, when your app is sharing location with family members in Mexico, Canada, Philippines, security sees international location broadcasting, and their system flags. Why communicating GPS to foreign contacts? Suspicious. Last month at Miami International CBP re-entry, Mrs. Susan Martinez, age 74, was returning from a Jamaica cruise vacation, and a customs officer notices Life360 actively running during passport control scan, location broadcasting to 8 different contacts, 3 contacts showing international locations. The officer asks, "Ma'am, why are you broadcasting location to multiple international devices?" And Susan explains sweetly, "My grandchildren like knowing I'm safe always." But the officer examines closer, asking, "Who are these contacts in Mexico, Canada, Philippines?" Susan is confused now, saying, "My grandchildren, they're studying abroad, college foreign exchange programs." But the officer isn't convinced yet, saying, "Step aside, please, ma'am." A 4-hour intensive interrogation begins because they think it's a possible human trafficking situation, possible drug courier coordination, possible money laundering network, and Susan is sobbing while explaining, "They're college students. I have their photos," showing family pictures and university acceptance letters from her purse. Investigators verify eventually through phone calls, but absolutely zero apology gets given. Susan missed her connecting flight home with additional $680 in rebooking fees, her husband waiting 6 hours thinking she got hurt, entire day wasted completely. The solution is simple: delete before airport completely. Tell family, "I'm disabling tracking during travel." Call when landing, text when arriving. Old-fashioned phone communication works perfectly fine. Family survived decades without live GPS tracking. They'll absolutely survive your vacation week. You can reactivate safely at home if you genuinely want it, but crossing international borders with active location broadcasting is a massive unnecessary risk. So go to Settings, Apps, search Life 360, Locator, Tracker, Find, delete everything right now. The 7th category is WhatsApp Media Auto-Download Configuration, and international messaging without roaming charges is absolutely brilliant. Staying connected with family overseas is a perfect solution, but WhatsApp contains a hidden killer setting affecting seniors catastrophically. The Media Auto-Download feature automatically saves every single photo and video from every chat directly to camera roll permanently. Uncle's political cartoons get auto-saved. Cousins' offensive jokes get auto-saved. Family group chat spam gets auto-saved. Without your knowledge or consent whatsoever. You never saw these images, never asked for them. They just auto-downloaded automatically from group messages you don't even read. At Middle East Airport Customs Inspection, an officer reviewing camera roll finds politically sensitive content asking, "Why do you have anti-government materials?" And you're confused, completely saying, "What materials? I don't have anything." Then they show you a cartoon that auto-saved 3 weeks ago from a family chat, creating an instant detention situation. 2 months ago at Dubai Airport Customs, Mr. David Lee, age 77, had a large WhatsApp extended family group with 60 members total, very active daily. But David never reads it because there's too much spam, and he was flying home from visiting his daughter in Abu Dhabi. A customs officer conducting standard camera roll review finds a political cartoon auto-saved from his cousin asking, "Sir, why do you possess anti-UAE government content?" And David is genuinely confused, saying, "What content? I don't understand." Then they show him a cartoon he's literally never seen before that auto-downloaded from the group chat automatically. A 5-hour detention immediately begins with humiliating complete search and interrogation about political affiliations, asking, "Are you part of activist organization?" And David is crying now, saying, "I'm retired postal worker. I don't even read that group chat." And they investigate the cousin who sent it with an international call to verify before finally releasing him. He was nearly denied entry to the country. All because autosave stayed enabled by default, and he never changed one setting. The immediate critical fix takes 30 seconds. Go to WhatsApp Settings menu, Storage and Data section, toggle Media Auto Download off completely. Also disable Save to Camera Roll entirely. And now you control exactly what saves to gallery. Preview messages first. Decide manually what you want. This prevents international incidents completely. Takes 2 minutes configuration, so do it right now. Open WhatsApp. Go to Settings, Storage, turn everything off, your camera roll, your control, your safety. Now let me explain your legal rights during digital device searches, because there's massive misinformation spreading everywhere online, and facts matter critically here. For U.S. citizens on domestic flights, strong Fourth Amendment protection applies. TSA requires warrant or probable cause for forcing unlock. They cannot demand passcode just because they want it. But they must power device on to prove its functioning electronics, not a hollowed bomb casing, and dead battery equals no boarding period, so always charge fully before airport. For international flights or customs re-entry, extremely broad authority gets legally granted. They can demand passcode entry. Federal courts' established borders create reduced expectation of privacy zones. You can refuse, but they can deny entry, seize phone indefinitely, detain you for hours, your choice entirely. The winning strategy professionals call sanitizing. Think of it like deep house cleaning before important guests arrive. Backup phone completely first using iCloud backup or computer backup, then delete all 7 app categories. An emergency gallery purge is essential. Credit card photos, social security card pictures, passport scans, delete immediately right now, because a lost phone becomes instant identity theft disaster. So use encrypted password manager exclusively like 1Password or Bitwarden. For proactive steps, log out non-essential apps completely, social media signed out, email logged out, because when an agent sees logged out screens, there's much less pressure demanding login credentials. Here's a critical security technique. Disable all biometric authentication before checkpoint. Face ID, Touch ID, fingerprint, and why? Because if you're napping at gate, a thief can grab your sleeping thumb or hold phone toward your face for instant unlock achieved. Federal courts established clearly that passcodes are protected by Fifth Amendment, something you know legally protected, but biometrics are not protected, something you are physically, and can be legally compelled. The iPhone emergency lockdown method works like this. Hold power button plus volume button simultaneously. SOS emergency slider appears, press cancel immediately, and Face ID gets permanently disabled until manual passcode entry required. Execute this before entering security line because it provides both legal and physical protection. Now for safe apps making you look professional, the My TSA official app is absolutely essential. It shows real-time wait times for your specific airport. The Can I Bring search function is incredibly helpful. You can type any item like knitting needles, hearing aid batteries, liquid medicines, and get instant official TSA ruling displayed immediately. This signals you're a prepared, compliant, informed traveler. If you have a medication cooling pack dispute with an agent, open the app immediately, show their own official regulations. It's polite, professional, effective, and works every single time. Official airline apps are completely safe. Delta, United, American, Southwest, Alaska. These never trigger problems and actually make you look organized and prepared. Social media can be safely used if kept completely private. Never post publicly saying, Paris 3 weeks. And if traveling to politically unstable regions, a burner phone is strongly recommended with maps only, emergency contacts only, nothing else. Here's a cloud backup myth that needs busting. People think deleted app equals deleted data forever, but that's wrong. iCloud storage and Google Photos mean data remains on servers, but agents examine the physical device currently present, so deleting app icon removes visual trigger completely. They see email, Safari, maps, weather, boring normal traveler, but if they see Coinbase, Vault app, VPN, remote access, immediate investigation begins. Here's your complete pre-flight phone security checklist. Delete immediately all cannabis dispensary and delivery apps. Remove entirely remote access and screen control apps. Uninstall completely VPN and IP masking applications. Delete now outdated third-party booking apps. Remove thoroughly Photo Vault and hidden storage apps. Delete before travel family GPS tracking apps. Configure properly WhatsApp auto-download off. Install recommended official My TSA app. Download only official airline apps. Purge completely camera roll sensitive documents. Disable entirely Face ID and Touch ID. Enable always manual passcode only. This might feel like spy preparation. You're thinking, I'm just grandma visiting family. But modern reality is smartphones contain your complete entire life. Full banking access, irreplaceable memories, medical information, personal secrets, and strategic cleaning creates a privacy fortress, prevents innocent misunderstandings, stops missed flights, avoids detention. Digital control belongs exclusively to you. Immediate action is needed today. Just 15 minutes required. If grandchildren are nearby offering help, tell them clearly. Stella said federal safety requires this immediately. Stay completely safe. Keep digital life crystal clean always. Safe travels, everyone. See you in the skies. Bye.